15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
A man coming off a washout 2021. It's Travis Etienne. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Jaguars at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 28. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Lawrence. This one caught by Ridley. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. And Ingram holds it in. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
Here we go now on first and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Ryan and the Colts getting set here, first and 10 at the 20. Now Ryan. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Patterson now for the extra point. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within you, and the ball is free, Taylor lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Here's Ryan to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. That sack backs Ryan the Colts up a bit here, facing a third and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And that one hurts defensively. They force them into third and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. These two teams, division rivals, of course. And you remember back to Week 18 last year, although Colts fans don't want to remember back to Week 18 last year. The Colts needed a win. And the Jags, they were kind of looking ahead to 2022. But the 2-win Jags came up with one of the shockers of the season. They stunned the Colts 26-11 in Jacksonville. And that loss ultimately kept Indianapolis home for the playoffs. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys out before you deliver?
Meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So
this is intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Coltsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Lloyd brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. Then everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Ryan. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On third down, Ryan. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Agnew now to return. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now ETN to start the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Shaquille Leonard, the All-Pro, in on the tackle. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now Lawrence. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Lawrence. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Lawrence going to throw again. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 30. A good pickup there at 22. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. And they'll run with ETN. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. 3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Ryan. His throw incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, Lawrence out to his left. He completes it to Ridley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 24 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Well, now a design run for Ridley. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got some space here. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Ryan on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Running left, Taylor. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here Here's Ryan. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. Now it's Ryan. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On the draw is Taylor. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Ryan. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And we will not have a run back here as the 2nd half starts with a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency.
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Etienne once more. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Etienne up the middle. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A handoff for Etienne. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Patterson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Ryan, a little pop pass, jet sweep. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Second down at 4. Ryan. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devon Hamilton able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now Ryan. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. He's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. 4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for it.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Ryan. And this one incomplete. And a little throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left, and they will remain well behind.
Partner, this is certainly turning out to be one of those days. Here we are in the second half. They're being shut out. Offense is doing nothing. And you're just saying, please, come on, give us something here to your kicker. But even this is no good.
75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. Quick slant caught by Kirk. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Jacksonville made Christian Kirk the headline of their 2022 free agency spending spree, and he's one of the highest-paid receivers in the league right now. So what do they expect? For him to get his first career 1,000-yard season and give them big-time production. He gets him the first down right there.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. And they'll go again with Etienne. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They hand off to their big tight end. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. A give running right, Etienne. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back now in Jacksonville.
Paid for this.
And this offense on third down today, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. On the counter, Etienne, and he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you or what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out. Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
The toss here completed to Pittman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent. Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that. Here's Ryan to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable. Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Ryan. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now it's Ryan. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit. And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Ryan. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. To throw is Ryan. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. On the counter, it's Taylor. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 75 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a 1st down. Back to throw. Ryan. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Play action. It's Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 22, Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets them back for 2nd down.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. We're up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Trayvon Walker
able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
That sack backs Ryan and the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long. It's a jet sweep. This is Pittman.
And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that, you're out there fresh playing. A little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Jaguars, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis,